The founder of Newsmax was best known for things like Cable Channel or this crazy for being a secret crazy conspiracy that somehow Ron Brown was murdered seconds before a plane crash did kill Ron Brown.
All right.
Hey there.
Hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Preferably Biased. My name is Ryan Grimes, and I'm here with my co-host,
Tyler Dark.
Hey,
I'm
did
Tyler
it.
Dark. That's me. That's me. I'm Tyler Dark, the co-host.
And we didn't even plan it like that. You still say
Yeah, we did it organically.
How fucking awkward was that? Because a little inside thing here. We couldn't hear the intro for some reason because the way I am very unskilled with the audio, I couldn't.
That was fucking me up.
That was weird, wasn't it?
That was fucking me up. That was making me very anxious. I was very uncomfortable with that. Like, I was like, like I saw the little line moving to determine like what this. I was trying to remember exactly how like the opening theme went as I saw the little line move from like green to yellow to red, and I was like in my head. And yeah, not as good as hearing it. And also, I can't hear out of this. Oh wait, yes, I can now.
Yeah, these things are finicky. I gotta get some new
very
headsets.
finicky.
Oh,
hang on.
Oh,
can't hear it now. I can't hear it.
Can you hear it?
And now I can hear it again.
There you go.
My gosh.
Just that good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nice little touch there.
Like the Midas touch. That's what I got.
That's really what you want in your audio equipment. Very touch it, completely malfunctions.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what
we're dealing with, folks.
When I'm producing a comedy show, what I want so badly is for the mic to just go.
I don't
in the
even
middle
want
of the headliner
to hear
set.
Yeah, exactly. Why hear the headliner when you could hear the malfunctioning of our low budgeted equipment? That's the real point of comedy.
I had that.
That's the real nitty gritty. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
I had that exact thing happen to me one time. You know John Conroy?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he performed. That was I hosted for him.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, correct. Yeah. I forgot you were on that. Yep.
Yeah, that was the show that you booked me to host after I headlined the previous one. It was like, hey, you headlined the show. You did a really great job. You want to host the next one? Oh, I was like, gee, thanks. What a great trajectory.
Hosting's hard, okay? And you got to have a good host.
Well, hosting is hard, but it's low stakes. It's low stakes because you don't have to be funny. You just have to make sure the show runs well.
I don't feel like it's low stakes because you can really fuck up the beginning of the show, like really badly.
You can, but the odds of you doing that are much less than, another comic fucking it up over the course of their feature set or their headlining set. Like other comics have so much more time, at least consecutively, to fuck things up.
Yeah.
Whereas you're there really to make sure the show runs well and to make sure every other comic is as well supported as they can be.
Right.
So,
but
by those standards, I think it's low stakes. So I always have a fun time hosting.
I hear you with that one. Yeah, and yeah, you're an amazing host. That's also why I wanted you before.
Amazing host.
I am.
Thank you.
I'm decent at hosting. I need a little bit of time to work with people because I immediately come off very depressing, and people don't like it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the host, you never want the host to be depressing.
Exactly.
The host is somebody who's supposed to make everybody feel welcome. The person who's like basically there to sell the fucking drinks while they're there. Like, like, hey, tip your bartenders, buy drinks, buy food, support the venue.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there telling the joke about how the reason some woman's stuck with a piece of shit man is because she makes piece of shit decisions.
Yeah, and you're saying it to the woman.
Yeah, to the people there who
sitting there, and she's already paid like $100 for stuff. She's like, I demand my money back, and I'm leaving now.
Yes. Yeah, this made me realize
so under
terrible.
considering that could be, that can make hosting hard. I always liked
considering how terrible of a comedian I am. Yes.
No, considering how terrible of a host you are. That's But no, I like hosting. I've always kind of enjoyed hosting just because I feel like it's a lower stakes kind of gig where I'm like, I can be funny as long as I'm funny for the first 10 minutes I'm up there, where I get people warmed up.
Right.
And that's nothing I haven't done. Like I've done 10 minutes before.
Yeah,
so as
that's
long as I
easy.
do that, and I'm still going to be on stage for the rest of the show, but I don't have to necessarily be hilarious the whole time just because I'm making sure everybody else does well, not me.
Right.
So
Yeah, the issue I had with John Conroy was the first time I ever met him, he was at this mic that we were running. It was actually a pretty good mic for a bit. It was at Rockwell Brewery in Frederick.
Mhm.
And it was getting like 30 to 35 comics a night. People were coming into it. We were just about to start running some shows. John shows up, and like I'm still fairly new to running shit, and like I've only been doing it for a year at this point.
Yeah.
And I haven't even run my first show yet, and I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, John Conroy just showed up to our mic. He gets up there, and it's halfway.
John Conroy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, trust me, there's no right for me to feel that way, but like
no, I mean,
felt that
John
way.
Conroy's funny as fuck.
Oh,
but
he's hilarious, but
Yeah.
he's more like a local, like everyone knows in
Yeah.
this area. He's not like any
bar show hero.
Exactly, any non-comic person who watches this isn't gonna know him, but he's a fucking amazing comedian.
Yeah, no. Anyone not from Baltimore watching this isn't
Yeah.
going to be like, who the fuck is John Conroy? But
He does some shit in Minnesota, but
oh, Minnesota, huh? Well, good for him. Good for him.
it's nice out there. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's very cold.
Whole town's burned down, but whatever.
Yeah, very, very, very cold. Does he perform in St. Olaf?
Yeah. How'd you know that?
Dude, St. Olaf is a fictional town.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You watch Golden Girls, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Hey, everyone, Golden Girls, one of the top 5 greatest series ever.
How'd you feel about Gilmore Girls?
Not the same way I feel about Golden Girls.
It's hard. Okay.
I'm talking about Golden Girls. I'm not talking about Gilmore Girls.
Okay, I had a soft spot for Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls isn't a bad show. I'm just saying Golden Girls is one of the greatest shows ever made. By far. Think about it. Dude, you had a show. It has 4 old women addressing like socio-political topics, sexual topics, like gaslighting by doctors. They were one of the first shows to like address how patients get, gaslit by their own doctors.
What's that? I don't even know that.
But I mean, like how doctors like, won't believe a patient when they're talking about their symptoms, and then that
Tyler,
patient
that's
ends up
because
dying.
A lot of patients fucking lie all the time. Like it's
But
a
but there needs to be a better system to navigate exactly what the source of that dishonesty is, rather, because that's still a patient. That's still somebody who needs to get better.
And I imagine it was way worse back then before they like were.
Oh
able
yeah,
to,
these
like,
are people who were like, it's just like, hey, a woman who's like got ovarian
give a
cancer, like,
fuck.
hey, I really have a lot of pain down here. Like, oh, you probably still got your period. Blah, 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 blah. And it's
Yeah.
like that woman died 6 months later because this doctor just gaslit her into thinking that her pain wasn't a big deal.
Nah, it must have been a really bad period.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
What are you,
period killed her.
70? Yeah, period still happened for you. Yeah.
Can't
Like,
believe a period killed her.
but they were one of the first shows to identify, like, that as a really big systemic problem. And they did it with like 4 old women old. Yeah, old. They were
Old.
fucking old.
Yeah, and-
they were old as shit.
Only one of them's still alive, and technically she shouldn't be.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, really, she should be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I love her. I'm so grateful that she is alive. But she's living on borrowed time right
Especially
now, for sure.
now. There's something in the
If
air
she's
that's
alive-
killing her
Well,
specifically.
she's alive and B. Arthur isn't. So I'm
Who's
like,
B. Arthur?
B. Arthur played Dorothy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, she was like she was the one who had her mother living with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of like the younger ones.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, the 3 women who were like, they. I
Yeah,
remember
but she's
at
the
one
one
point.
that she's the one that acted younger, right?
No, she was almost like and this is the fucked up thing about Golden Girls. There was like the 3 main ones were Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose,
Mhm.
and everyone was like, "Oh, Rose, you're fucking stupid as shit. Blanche, you're a terrible slut, and Dorothy, you're ugly as a motherfucker." And then there's
Yeah.
Sophia, who was Dorothy's mother, who was
Okay.
played by Estelle Getty. And this is the interesting thing: Estelle Getty was a year younger than B. Arthur.
Really?
Yeah, and she played her mother.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
B. Arthur just held herself together pretty well. Then must have
She
ate
did.
right.
B. Arthur was a legend on the stage. She was a big Broadway legend. She was a bit like a theatrical woman more than anything, and like
Really?
and that was so reflected in her role as Dorothy, just because she was such a sarcastic, like just lanky bitch. Like she was just like, oh, like no, Rose, like like she just. Fucking, she was so catty, like the cattiest of all, and like her character was so well developed. Every fucking character in Golden Girls is so fucking well developed, and they all go together so well, and they create this dynamic where it's so easy to laugh at them. It's so easy to make them like a caricature of themselves, but at the same time, it's like they become so personal with their relationships and the way that they address different things within their lives, and you become so attached to them. Like literally every episode of Golden Girls, I laugh really hard at least once, and I also get a little bit teared up at least once every single episode. No other show is like that. I don't know another show that can like connect me to the characters like that.
Holy shit! I've only seen like 3 episodes, so I need to check this out more.
I've seen every episode at least twice.
Oh god!
And there's like 6 seasons.
Yeah, I think the thing I've watched more than anything else in the world is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's arguably a better show than Golden Girls.
Oh no, yeah, it's probably the best show of all time.
Yeah, easily.
What's
Courage the Cowardly Dog? Holy shit.
What's the one thing? Return the plan.
Return the slab.
The slab.
Return the slab.
Dude, that shit scared the fuck out
That
of
was
me back in
actually
the
that
day.
was as hilarious as it was terrifying. You remember the one where Eustace went to that burger joint
No.
and he was like, "I need a good burger, stupid dog."
Well, that was every episode other than the burger part.
But like he went to that burger place and they were like grinding up like people and shit to make their burgers. It was fucked.
No, I don't remember that one.
Fucked.
I remember
So
one.
fucked.
I remember one when some motherfucker started coming out of an old timey record player,
Yeah.
like stealing everyone's soul or some shit.
You remember the one where it was like, you remember the one where it was the foot warts that came to life? They were like, yeah, see?
Oh, he's a fucking mob boss.
Yeah. We're here. Like, yeah, we're here to take over.
Yeah,
periods.
periods kill people too.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, Eustace. Like, great show. Courage the Cowardly Dog, great show. More macaroni, more cheese. You remember the one where it was like Muriel's like younger self has to be taken care of by Courage for some reason. I forget the exact plot line. But she's like, more macaroni, more cheese.
Oh, no, I do remember that one.
And like the house gets blown down and stuff, and she's just sitting there like, more macaroni, more cheese.
You remember the one when she was possessed by a freaking demon and her head was turning around? Like The Exorcist?
No.
No? Oh my god, that one's a good one. Well, the whole time she's just being possessed by a demon, but like she got like a little snake tongue and all this shit. Her head's turning around. All her hair pretty much just looks like Goku went Super Saiyan 3. It was a good time. But all right, I guess
return the slab or suffer the consequences.
Man, I am so upset.
And then they brought like the plagues of Egypt. That's what there was literally. It was derived from the plagues of Egypt, like from the Bible.
Yeah, no, it was good.
It was fucked. That's so scary. Like that's terrifying.
Which one's the most terrifying to you? Because I think the most terrifying one is the
slab one.
No, not the episode. I'm talking about the plagues of Egypt.
Oh shit, the bugs.
Yeah, the bugs is
definitely
mine too.
The bugs
because they go in your face, like they go down your mouth.
Dude,
and
you got bugs in your ass.
Yeah,
like you gotta wipe that shit. You gotta like. You're like those things are crawling up inside you.
That's one thing people don't think about is how bugs get in your orifices.
Yeah, bugs be crawling all up in you, man.
Man,
that's disgusting.
You got like 7 of them.
Dude, you swallow. I mean, they say that the average person swallows 8 spiders a year while they're sleeping.
I don't know, I think that's bullshit.
How'd
they do that study? There's so many studies that people just quote statistics from.
That's just people.
It's like, what'd you do?
Stupid.
Follow 5 people around for a whole year and watch them while they sleep?
The thing is, yes, that's probably what they did. Yeah. Like that's probably the stupid shit that they did and thought would be productive for science, and then they discovered that we eat spiders in our sleep. But who cares? Like, as long as it's in my sleep, I'm not trying to eat a spider while I'm alive. alive,
Yeah,
conscious.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
or
unless I'm
like,
on Fear Factor or some shit like that.
yeah, like just to have it crawl into my mouth and, you know, I'm asleep and I'm just like
Wringle around in there.
and then I cough it up and then it just goes down my throat and that's the end of that spider's life and my dealing with that spider altogether. Like, that's fine. I don't care about that. But like having a spider in my mouth, like crawling around, freaking out while I'm awake, that's not cool.
Yeah,
I
spiders.
don't like that.
Spiders don't really bug me. I can have them on me and everything. There was one
I
spider.
don't mind spiders at all. I don't want them in my mouth, and I want to eat them.
You don't want to.
No, I don't want to eat
Okay.
them because they're nice. They're cool.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
no, they
cool
keep
with
away
spiders.
like all the fruit flies and all that shit. I don't. I used to kill every spider I see, but now I kind of let them chill around the place.
That's fucked up, man.
I
You
was
kill
like-
every spider you saw.
I was like 8 years old.
Still
There's-
fucked up.
There's one spider I killed. Oh,
You
dude.
should have the childlike. You should be like James and the Giant Peach. Every time you see a spider, you're like, my name is James.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's
well,
what mother called me. You know,
it'd be weird if I just started doing
like
that,
how you make
like,
that little like you and then you make a little hot air balloon out of a popcorn bag. Like,
every time.
every time.
Every time I see a
And
spider.
if you're a good kid,
Okay, well, I wasn't a good kid. Uh,
okay,
I actually
clearly.
I stabbed a spider one time, and it was one of the most terrifying.
Jesus.
Well, with a pen,
What kind of spider?
it was pretty big.
Was it like a wolf spider?
no, I wasn't
Those
like
are big.
Australia. It was
No,
probably,
wolf spiders aren't in Australia. Wolf spiders are around here.
What the
You
fuck
see
do you mean wolf spiders are around here?
Wolf spiders are on the eastern shore of Maryland. Wolf spiders, I've seen a
Wolf spiders are like this freaking big.
Yeah, I've seen them
Nuh-uh.
literally. Yes, I saw a wolf spider crawling around in my front yard at my last apartment. And the thing was, it was crawling around in such tall grass.
The audacity to call that your front yard.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I was renting it.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was someone else's front yard that I was renting.
No,
from.
no, that's not like it's like the communal front yard, right?
No, it was my front yard.
What kind of apartment is this?
It was a nice one.
Okay, sorry.
A fucking one that I spent money on, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry,
I fucking pay money. Like, I don't pay bills. What are you talking about?
I'm
like,
out of
I live in the
line.
goddamn. I live in the goddamn gutter.
I'm out of line. It was a weird thing for me to harp on.
Like, oh wow, you had your own yard. Look at you, Tyler.
I don't know why that hit my brain like that. I don't know why it hit my brain like
It
that.
did because you think I'm a poor broke bitch. That's what you think.
No, I don't think you're a bitch.
That's what.
It's easy set me up like that.
Of course, of course.
But what was that? This thing?
No, I mean, like this fucking spider. I remember seeing a wolf spider crawling around in my yard. My yard. My fucking yard.
Your yard.
And it was like, but the grass was really high, so like it was like struggling, and it was just like, like it was like it looked drunk. It looked fucked up, and I was like, man, that's really fucking sad. Like I went right up to it, like I was standing right next to it, and it was just like struggling to get through the grass. I was like, God damn, you would be so intimidating if you didn't look so much like shit. You were so sloppy.
What? That's interesting. In the sense of like, was it?
And
like,
then it
dying?
crawled away.
Was
No,
it, dying?
it wasn't dying at all. Because eventually it got to the pavement and then it like scurried away. But it was in like the grass in my yard. And I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck is that? Because I thought it was like this.
Dude, fuck that.
Massive.
Any spider.
I thought it was a
this?
small
No.
rodent when I saw it at first. And then I walked up and I was like, oh fuck, that thing's got 8 legs. That thing's got 8 long legs. That's a fucking spider. But at the same time, it was like so sloppy. I was like, dude, you are fucking up so bad
wonder
right
why
now.
it was sloppy.
Because it
Just
was
too
trying
big?
to get through the grass. It was like long, wet grass, and it had
Oh,
like,
so it couldn't even.
and it had like these stupid arachnid legs where it was like, ah, shit, like
Yeah.
it was just fucking up the whole time. I was like, dude, you look so unintimidating. Like you are so like what a beast you could be in my life, and you're just failing entirely. So then eventually, like I think I even like scooted it along with my foot. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like this is
fucking.
I don't like
loser.
looking at this.
Fucking
Like
waste
you
of
have so much
space.
potential. Like I mean, you know, like what's that? What's the movie where Robert De Niro said like, you know, there's no greater tragedy in the world than wasted talent? Yeah, that's how I felt. I fucking hated the spider. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Was that movie where he fought Rocky, or fought Sylvester Stallone, which
I think
basically
so.
was Rocky?
I think so. Yeah.
That's
No,
like
if
the
you
one
fought
movie I know.
If you fought Sylvester Stallone, you fought Rocky.
That's what. Yeah, no, I agree.
That's how I feel.
That's how I agree. The so my spider story. Dude. So 8 years old, see this spider. It's kind of like in the corner of the basement stairs, right?
Okay.
So I see it. I'm like, oh fuck, this is terrible. So I stab it with a pen. I just stab it real quick, right? And then the spider pretty much goes like, what the shit, dude? And I'm like, oh no. And it started coming towards me. So I stabbed it again. And then when I stabbed it this time, I mushed it into like the corner of the. Oh yeah, you're not like that one. I
man.
Right into the corner of it, like right into the little corner of the step. And then I mushed it in there real big. And I was like, and I kind of laughed when I did it. Fucking stupid bitch ass spider.
I bet you did. Fucking libertarian.
More so sociopath. Going on sociopath at that point.
Yeah, they're synonymous.
And then I was about to leave it, and I was looking at it, and then all of a sudden, all you see was all 8 legs start.
Oh shit,
dude!
You're like, I got you, bitch.
I went I must have stabbed this thing 17 times.
That's funny as fuck,
dude. It freaked me the fuck out.
Dude, spiders will freak. The thing is, this is the fucked up thing. We've been taught, like from an early age, to think of things that look like spiders as the. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with this
fucking
rug?
up the rug?
No, I'm not fucking up the rug. The rug is fucking itself. Look at this. What is that?
Dude,
what is this?
If you kick any rug forward, it's gonna move.
Okay, well, I'm gonna calm down with my feet then.
No, I know.
I guess that's what I gotta do.
I know it's heated about these spiders here, but
no, these. I mean, like, we've been taught to think of spiders as like, very unappealing creatures.
Oh yeah.
But they are just as useful as any other like household animal you would have in your house, and because they eat insects.
Yeah, you size things up a little bit. Like they're not as useful as my dog because my dog loves me. But
no, a spider can love you. I've seen videos, dude.
Okay, hold up. Let me
look up
spider.
Wolf spider saved by person. Or person. By person. That narrows it down. I saw wolf spider. Yeah. Saved by person. There you go.
All right.
Yep,
all
there
right,
it is.
all
Right there.
This
right
is
there.
the thing?
That's the one. That's actually
hold
the one.
Hold up. I gotta take down the image.
Dodo. The dodo. Dodo.
This one.
The dodo. Yeah. Look at this. Watch this.
Oh, we got an ad.
Who gives a fuck?
Dude, YouTube recently is outrageous with the
ads.
ads.
All they care about is money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I'm getting like 3 for a 2-minute video.
Yeah. It sounds about right.
And it's always like this shit. Like,
yeah,
I'm not even trying to get in shit.
Watch this sexy fucking bitch lift weights and make you feel jealous and play soccer and tell you about a product you'll never buy.
Yeah, like I've...
Hell yeah, baby.
Someone is fucking up.
YouTube! Get YouTube Premium for $894,000 a month. Look at this.
So I can get it off. You ever seen anything like that? It's a wolf spider.
That's a wolf spider.
Stuff all over his feet. He wants the stuff off, and he is going to let me take it off. This is a seriously large spider. I don't have the guts to touch it.
Watch the spider calm down.
What's he fucking doing? He's taking lint off the spider's leg?
Yes.
What?
So he can set it free. And the spider not in his house.
Oh, okay.
So he's taking lint off this spider, and the spider slowly but surely begins to trust him. Look at that shit. Look at this.
I like the music.
Look at that cooperation. That's fucking stunning.
I'm not sure if this is a bloodhound here.
This is... So he just...
He cleans the spider off and then sets it free.
Toss him out in the
Okay, how does that equate to a pet?
It doesn't equate to a pet. It equates to animals understanding each other.
Okay.
It equates to even something as, like, primitive as a spider. It's like, oh shit, this being is helping me.
I'm going to be straightforward with you, Tyler. If I see one of those fucking things in my house, I'm still going to kill it.
Not if I'm around.
If I'm around, what are you going to wag and stop me?
Because I'll fucking murder you. I'll fucking choke you to death.
All right, you're one of those people. Care
You
about
think I'm not? I'll fucking choke you to death. I wouldn't choke you to death. But if there was a big spider in here right now, I'd be like, okay, we're good. I'll capture it. Dude, I've captured so many spiders.
Just a fucking... You
I'm a
Spider-Man.
fucking... Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, look at these glasses. I'm fucking Peter Parker.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. Fuck it. Okay, let's get into some of the shit we got here.
Something important and meaningful and not stupid. I'm so sorry.
Fucking no. Dude.
I went in on spiders. I love spiders. I think spiders are wonderful. I really want to have a rose hair tarantula as a pet.
Okay. See, I don't fuck with those. I just do because the
Well, they're little. Rose hairs are little tarantulas.
Yeah,
they're not like bird eaters.
Also, the thing is, like, when they're pets, they're not doing the thing that you're like, oh, this is why they're good in the household. They're good in the household. No, they're good in the household because they'll make a web somewhere and they'll eat up some of the insects that are also around there that you don't want. When they're a pet, they're stuck in the terrarium and it's stupid.
Until you take them out and you hold them and you cuddle them and you do all that stuff that you do with any other pet. It's crazy, but you can do it.
Oh,
you can snuggle a tarantula. Fucking crazy, right? You can do it.
I guess you can. I don't know why anyone would want to, but I guess you can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying I'm the type of person who would if I found the right tarantula.
Just,
yeah.
Okay. I see.
But the right tarantula,
Well, anyway, this next video kind of, I'm interested in your view on this one because it kind of speaks to what we were talking about before the podcast started with the election fraud. I know that video is a little laggy, but...
What election fraud?
No, what election fraud, you son of a bitch. There's clearly election fraud. I don't know how serious it is, but there's election fraud every damn year.
It's not serious.
All right. Here we are. How do you explain this shit, Tyler?
8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to roll this back and show it to you. There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table. This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there.
Mm-hmm.
So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning.
This isn't.
Yeah, I saw
this doesn't
4
add up to anything.
suitcases
This
come out
isn't.
from underneath.
What are you not getting here? What do you mean it doesn't add up in anything? What do you think's going on?
Tell me what you think is happening here.
What I think is happening is not what I think is happening. It's what happened.
No,
you see that black table right there in the front there? Okay.
Where you have where the drawer is pulled out. That's where ballots are.
all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, at the. I'm not fucking blind. Are you fucking kidding? I don't have
seeing
fucking
that
cataracts.
one. You're seeing that one.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
Right there. So they kick everybody out around 2 a.m., right? They kick everybody out. That table, all of a sudden, they start pulling out a bunch of suitcases, about 4 suitcases.
Okay, go back.
They pull out a bunch of fucking suitcases.
Where are they? Where are the suitcases? I didn't see suitcases.
You didn't see the suitcases?
Go back. I want to see suitcases.
This guy in the red shirt.
I want to see suitcases.
Bam. Suitcase.
Back and show
They're
it to
pulling
you.
it.
There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from
What?
under this table.
But that's not. That's.
This table, the black
I
one.
have no
Why-
idea what you just pointed
why did
to.
they
That's
come-
not a fucking suitcase. That's
They-
not anything.
There's another. Okay, hold up. They
That's
come back.
ridiculous.
This guy in the red shirt grabs
You
another
can't be
one.
serious,
This
dude.
guy in the red shirt grabs it. There's a suit. That's not a suitcase.
I don't know what the fuck? And then what?
That okay. So why? Okay, this is the thing though. Why are they coming back here before everybody else comes in? They take this shit that's been hidden the whole time.
This to be an adult conversation before
What are
I
you talking about?
participate any
Adult
further.
conversation.
What are you?
This shit is real. They hid that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like Jesus Christ.
No.
man. This is
No.
stupid
Be
as
serious
fuck.
for a second.
I've been serious from the moment I began giving commentary on this. This is stupid as fuck, man.
Motherfucker.
This
Why
is
would they
so
kick everybody
stupid.
out, then come back in, and then
I
all of a
didn't
sudden
see
start
anybody-
counting these things when
what
they
the
said that we're done counting? They said we're done
Such an
counting till the
insane-
morning. They come in the middle of the night and start doing this shit.
It's such an insane. There's
Why is it
I
insane?
never saw anybody kick anybody out. What?
No,
You keep. There are these moments where it's like it's screenshots like that. Like, okay, let me keep playing it. Keep playing it.
Oh, there's only a couple seconds left.
The right hand, you see the gentleman in the red.
That guy.
So he just pulled
Oh
one
yeah,
out.
that's so visibly like wow. Look at that. It's so easy to tell what the fuck is going on. Like that. No.
This,
no.
The timestamps that they have, it's after they kick everybody out and before everyone comes back in for the next day of counting. So these people who are sitting there running this little, I don't know what we call it, not precinct or whatever, but whatever the hell they call this, they're running this little ballot counting thing. They come back before everyone else who would be of the opposing political spectrum. And they start counting and putting all these
And
votes
they
in.
did it so well organized. It was such a well organized. Like, do you realize what you're talking?
It doesn't require
what
that
you're
much
talking
organization to hide a few
What
suitcases
you're talking
underneath.
about is massive. Like conspiracy. Like, it's and it's not proven by this at all. Like, this is just random footage. This doesn't mean anything. Like, nothing
okay.
I've seen means anything.
Okay,
This is ridiculous.
it might not prove shit, but it
No, it
definitely
doesn't
looks
prove shit. That's the
pretty,
point.
Looks pretty damn suspicious to me. You
It
come in
doesn't-
here,
it looks
you
like
hide
a
a bunch of suitcases. Why? Okay, these
It looks
suitcases are
like
underneath
a-
this one.
It looks like very basic footage of non-fucking events happening to me. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like anything.
I
to
think
me.
it's highly suspicious if you if you send everybody out who is of a different political perspective of you, and then before they can come back in, you start pulling shit out and start counting things again.
perspective of you. So everybody, they just sent out all the Democrats. They just
They sent
took all
out
the-
a bunch of the Republican people and a lot of the people who run this
or
one
all
here.
the Republic.
What they're what
let's-
continuously gets
Hey,
said.
are you a Republican or a Democrat? Okay, you can't stay in here. You need to get the fuck out of here. And we're on video right now, but we don't give a fuck. Like,
Yes.
dude, make the absence of logic in that. I mean, like the sheer absence of logic in anything that would make this seem like evidence of voter fraud is staggering. No, that's not what's happening. I mean, like, open your eyes and see, like, I mean, like take a good look at what's happening. Like, just a sobering look.
Yeah. And I keep seeing the same thing. I keep seeing people send a bunch of other. Why the fuck are you stopping the count in the middle of the night when that's not necessarily
Nobody stopped
fucking
the
normal?
count.
What do you mean they didn't stop the count? They stopped the count at 2 a.m. and sent everybody home. And then these people want to come back
Across the nation?
in Georgia. That's where this is. In Georgia, they definitely did that. In a bunch of the swing states, they definitely did that.
Because people were there since 6 a.m. You can't have people. I mean, like, you can't have
Okay,
the same
but
people
don't
counting
have
the same
people-
votes. It's
don't-
like, okay, we need more people
don't
to count
have-
these votes.
Don't have 6 people come in before everyone else can come back that was going to count shit and start
This was
throwing
not proof
shit
of that.
everywhere.
That was not proof of that. Like, you can show me that again. That wasn't proof of what you're saying. That doesn't prove what you're saying at all. This is random video footage. This is completely random footage that could be one of 1,000 different scenarios.
So you're trying to say that, like, this is okay. So they're
This is
taking this.
stupid.
They're taking this in front of everybody. This is like in front of their little tribunal that they got there, and they're giving it timestamps and everything. So what you're saying is these lawyers just took some random video from random time, sent it out there. Meanwhile, this shit is packed anytime other because you have so many people counting votes. Now there's just 6 people in here doing shit behind the scenes before everyone comes back.
I think that's exactly what I'm saying, because you've seen almost 40 court cases fail in an attempt to make this something anywhere near
Well, we shall see.
plausible.
We shall see.
We shall.
And
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm really looking forward to when everybody accepts this is just fucking nonsense. It's just random fucking footage. It doesn't mean anything. There wasn't widespread voter fraud. Joe Biden beat Donald Trump. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly what happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm actually not sorry. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Because everything that I want to happen through a Biden presidency, which I think is going to be weak as fuck.
It's not going to be what you want.
No, it's not going to be what I want, because Biden is a bitch. But I'm like, everything I wanted out of what I voted for, I want for you too. Like, I'm not, this isn't us versus them kind of thing. Like,
my thing
for me,
is this.
anyway.
My thing is this. In like we were saying earlier, not during this podcast, but the conversation we had earlier, where you're saying, okay, maybe there is some voter fraud, but it's not this massive scale that would change an election. One, there is a ton of voter fraud, just from the thing in Michigan where they found those 8,000 votes that were to random addresses. Here,
please do. I really need to see that. Something that would change Michigan altogether.
Well, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is,
well, that's what, because that's what needs to happen. That's it, because that's the only thing that's meaningful.
No. The fact that it happens at all is a problem.
It is. I 100% agree. But if you overturn that problem, if you rectify that problem, the result is still the same. Joe Biden still wins by a fucking landslide.
Here we go. Detroit News. Voters spoil 8,000 plus ballots as Democrat field shrinks. Michigan voters have spoiled more than 8,000 absentee ballots ahead of Tuesday's presidential primary as the Democrats field has shrunk. Okay, what the fuck? This is a lot of stuff in the middle. More than 200 increase. Voters spoil.
So take this story as absolute fact, absolute undisputable fact, and give Michigan to Trump. You know what happens then? Biden's still the president.
I don't think he is.
Biden. Trump can fucking win Michigan. Trump can fucking take Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he would need PA in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Biden, that's what I'm saying. This is a fucking landslide.
Well, I don't think it's as much as you think it is, because there's a lot of shit going on with the PA one.
It wouldn't be as much as I think of it if it was actually close at all. It's not close.
It's relatively close, because
it's not close.
Well, if you're looking at the Electoral College, it's not close.
But if Delaware's away from being close.
Well, Delaware's not very big.
It isn't, but it's a full state, and it's the one where the president came from as of now.
That's the only reason it matters.
Yeah, you're right. That is the only reason Delaware matters. Yeah, fuck Delaware.
I'm gonna like living here just because
I like Delaware.
I like the obscurity. I like the obscurity of Delaware.
It is. It's nice to be in a state that like isn't really shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, I mean,
no. There's something to be appreciated about it. I mean, like, you know, because you're not associated with any of the states.
Yeah. No one hates Delaware.
Yeah, there's no, like, you know, overriding culture in Delaware that makes it against another culture or makes it super definitive, which I appreciate it. Like, there's, you know, like, people in Pittsburgh say yins and all that stupid shit, and people in Minnesota are like, oh, you know, and...
They just watch Fargo every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Great show, by the way.
Yeah,
anyone that wants to watch Fargo, I would highly recommend it.
Fargo is one of the better shows I've seen in recent memory. But
okay, so I got a couple things on the voter fraud shit, but this one's basically just saying that 8,000 votes were found to be at a bunch of empty ass lots not associated with anyone's address. Okay, so that's
cool. Give them all to Trump. Give them all to Trump.
Well, that's not what I'm getting at.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Give them all to Trump.
Well, how much did he win? How much?
See how give them all to Trump and see what a difference it makes.
Michigan election results.
Give them all to Trump. No, give Michigan to Trump. I'll go even further than that. Give Michigan to Trump.
There's one thing I can I think I saved it. Hold up. Let me go on my Twitter real quick.
Because you know what happens if we give Michigan to Trump? Not shit.
Well, do you want to know what the Republican plan is?
No.
Like, have you looked at it? No. Well, because what they're
No, why would I care about the Republican?
Well,
the
it might-
Republicans want me to die. That's their
Well, they
plan.
want you to die. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to defend Republicans here because most of them are corporatist fucks. So yeah, a lot of them probably do. Just like a lot of Democrats want you to die as well. I get stuck.
No,
Yeah.
I don't doubt that either.
I get stuck defending Republicans sometimes. Sometimes
you only get
just,
stuck defending Republicans because of, because you're, I don't know.
I believe in like free markets and shit like that, but then Republicans don't even fucking believe in that shit. It's like
you hate corruption.
yeah.
That's what you hate. I hate the same thing. That's why we get along, bud.
Yeah, but you
fucking hate
think you think things are possible
No.
at the state level, and then corruption's not going to occur. I don't believe that.
I think those things until I have conversations with you, until I realize that there are compromises to be met, until, I think there are more complex answers to these questions than just, like there's a socialist answer and there's a capitalist answer. I think it's more complex than that. And I think that the whole point of what we talk about is to find that answer. Because you've got the socialist guy over here and you got the capitalist guy over here, and we're talking about, like, we're having an honest conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's as close as anybody can get to figuring out what the happy medium is between, those two sorts of solutions.
Yeah, because honestly, most conversations go the exact same way that we just had it, where I'm going like, "You seen this? You seen this thing? I believe it." And
But,
you're
I
like,
mean,
"That's
we're talking-
fucking bullshit."
But that has to. But that's
yeah, but
so
what I'm saying is,
insignificant.
other than that, like we've had great conversations before, and we'll have great conversations even on air like this. But like you were saying, there's a lot of people who like we can't even have this kind of sort of conversation and talk to each other. Everything divulges in kind of what we just had.
Yeah. But I mean, we were just talking about something a little bit more divisive.
Yeah.
Firstly and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
and also much less abstract, because when you talk about the economy and what can
Yeah, it's
help
a little
people,
different.
because like the economy means a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
Mhm.
But I think what it means to me is like a good economy, a strong economy, is one that supports everybody.
I don't know what you mean by that. It seems very vague.
That's not vague at all.
No, it
It's
doesn't. Well, it is vague because it doesn't.
If
like, it's just
everybody's
that-
making a lot of money. Everybody's making as much money
Well,
as
a
they
lot
possibly
of-
can be making.
Should everyone in an economy make a lot of money? Is that even possible?
No, everybody in a strong economy should be making as much money as they can possibly be making.
I think everybody in an economy should have the same opportunity to prosper and the shit like that.
but that
like,
alone is, I mean, like that sets you apart.
But that's not what you believe. Like when you talk about things, you more like when I talk
No,
to
I
you.
think that people should. I think that people deserve better than to starve or to die or to be without the basic necessities for life just because they can't work. I think that anybody who wants to do absolutely nothing still deserves to live.
you should have to do something.
I don't think so.
If you're just a lazy sack of shit and you choose to do nothing,
I think
you
every
don't
lazy
really,
sack of shit is a fucking perfect and holy child of God who has been.
You're not even religious, are you?
No, I'm not.
That's
That's the only. That's the
this.
only. No, that's the only connection to God that I have is other people. So other people, if they choose not to do that shit, if that's what they want to do, I'll work harder. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I have an issue.
It doesn't
with that.
matter.
I think you should have to rely on the charity of others if you're going to do absolutely fucking nothing.
Then I will be the others. I will be that charity.
Okay.
There are people who will and always will take that helm.
Right, and that's a noble thing. And if
It's
you're gonna,
not noble.
no,
it's
it is
decent.
No, it's super noble.
It's decent on the most basic level.
okay, fine. It's
Making sure that everybody around you is as well off
Fine,
as you
we'll
are.
give that.
That's
It's a-
not noble. That's
it's a
decent.
it's a very decent thing. Now, what I have a problem with, what I don't think is decent, is when other people who maybe because the government steals from so many people every single year and they make these bullshit programs where they act as if they're helping these people that are in poverty and not dooming them to a fucking eternity of poverty. They're not helping them. They're just subsidizing their poverty pretty much. Now, if they don't give money to people now, it's because they're being robbed from right now already.
What you're talking about is an incessant need to address problems for the short term and not the long term.
No.
People address these problems at the short term. That's why it's like, oh, we'll give you this money right now and we'll never do anything again.
That's
like,
what
we
government
need to think about.
That's directly how government funded shit occurs.
I
We'll worry
don't
about the
think
right
you're wrong. I
now
don't think
and then
you're wrong
never
at all.
worry about the future.
I don't think
worry
you're
about
wrong at all.
because all we do is rob from the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
You're
definitely don't give a
100%
fuck.
right. You're 100% right. I don't think but I don't think the government is the problem. I think that selfishness is the problem. I think greed and the need to provide for oneself and the incessant overlooking over another person's well-being, over your community's well-being. That's the problem.
I think humans strive for power is the problem, and it's very easy to get power if you bribe people with a bunch of shit.
But
that they
power
don't-
is meaningless.
What?
It's meaningless.
What?
Power is at its core when it comes to the
Okay.
No, when it comes to the long term, when it comes to the grand scheme of things, power is meaningless.
What do you mean by that? If I have power, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You're
I can
gonna
do
die
anything.
someday. That's the point.
Hey, I'm not religious. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to have as much fun. And
So what happens after you die?
I don't know. I think you just die. I'm not.
You think you just die?
Yeah, I think I'm just in the dirt. There's nothing.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think that that everything about who you are is your memory of yourself. So what you have of who you are, everything about your identity, everything about your personality has to do with your memory of yourself. What you remember about who you are as you've grown, as you've lived, the things that you remember about your life that make you who you are. Am I wrong? Is this outlandish?
That just sounds like you living your experiences and that being the thing that makes you who you are.
Exactly.
But what's that got to do
exactly.
with death?
But let me tell you something about this. You are your own memory of yourself. What do you have to say then about other people's memory of you? How is other people's memory of you not a different version of you being alive? Because all you are is your own memory of yourself. So if you have left an influence, if you have left any sort of real impact on anybody, they have a memory of you.
Right.
And as long
right.
as they exist, as long as they are influenced, as long as they can continue to use your influence to,
yeah, then
make
people,
themselves better.
Right. and
That's you continuing to live.
okay, but that's a different concept.
No,
that's a
the
different
truth.
concept.
That's
no,
the
no,
truth.
that's passing on your values to another person in order
No,
to.
that's not passing on your values. That's passing on your influence. That's passing on the memory of you.
Yeah, but that's a completely different conversation than what the original thing was. If you're going, oh, I'm passing my values, passing on my influence to a person where they're going to act in a different way in their life. You
Not
asked
a
me what
different
happens
way.
when I die. I just said no shit. So do you think nothing happens when you die too? Like that's
No. I don't think
where do you
nothing
go?
happens when I die.
Where you go?
I don't go anywhere. I stay. That's the point.
What do you mean
I
you
stay. I stay because people who loved me remember me, and they miss me. The people who know me, the people.
We're coming at this from two different ideas of what you mean by this.
But I think mine is the right one, man. Because all you have of yourself is your own memory of yourself. So what difference does it make if it's your memory or someone else's memory? And if someone else remembers you the same way that you remember yourself, how are you not alive? That your physical body ceases to exist, but you, the essence of you, the meaning of you,
Yeah.
continues to exist.
Okay.
And that is what matters.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the
that
only
does matter.
that's the only
And-
point I'm trying to make.
Oh no, that does matter. Why do you think?
I'm going to be alive a long time after this body ceases to exist. I know that
Yeah.
because I've done at least enough to let my friends know that I love them. And when I'm gone, they're going to keep on loving me, and they're going to remember me. What I did for them, whatever influence I had on their lives, that's going to continue on as long as they're alive.
Yeah.
And as long as that's the case, I'm not dead. I know that.
You seem real worried about dying. Like, yeah, okay.
I'm not worried about dying.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
that's the message I'm trying to convey.
is don't worry about death because you'll be remembered by the people that
Exactly.
you did good things with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because all you are is the memory of yourself.
Taking it way more, like, I agree with the whole concept there. Like, yeah, definitely live a good life
Because
and try
somebody-
to influence others to act the same manner in which you would
But
do.
what are you but the memory of yourself?
I'm this fucking body. I'm Ryan Grimes.
That you
I'm
think the body is what really encapsulates is what?
until you can take my consciousness in my brain into something else. But yeah, once this
Why would
body
I
gives
take
up
it?
and
Well,
I
I'm
die,
talking about what
not
you
no,
would
not
take it.
not you or anybody. Like until you can put my consciousness in something where it stays conscious forever.
Why is
then-
the continuity of your consciousness the thing that makes it
'cause
so
that's
important?
Because if you don't have consciousness, you're not even fucking here. You don't have any recollection or
How can
thought
you s-
process.
But, I mean, not personally, but you're kept alive in the same way that you keep yourself alive, which is through consciousness. I don't think that you're wrong in giving so much credit to consciousness. I'm just saying that other people, the people who remember you, the people who keep your memory alive, have that consciousness.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. What I'm getting at, because your original question was, where do you go when you die? That was your original question, right?
You don't go anywhere. No, that was your original question. And my original answer is that you do not go anywhere. You stay right where you're at. You never leave.
Okay.
If you died tomorrow,
There's definitely people
I
who
would
do
remember you
leave
for the rest of my life, man.
No. There's definitely people that do leave because now if you're like a great
You're
man,
not gonna leave.
well, okay, let's like, not if you're alive still, but guess what? And maybe if this
But doesn't that matter?
if this if this podcast becomes successful, I'll be remembered by my family, you, and anyone that watches, and only my friends, right? But here's the thing. Like Thomas Jefferson is remembered, and your whole concept is like, okay, Thomas Jefferson, he never left, but there's a bunch of people that you don't fucking know that are homeless in the streets or something, that don't have any family, don't have any way to, what happens to them? They're not remembered. They're just gone.
You're right, and
That's
that's
like-
a tragedy.
That's 99% of people.
You're 100% right. I don't disagree with
And I
that.
don't think it's a tragedy because I think
It is a tragedy.
80% of people suck. I think 80% of people fucking suck.
I think 80% of people you know suck.
That might be actually more than 80% if you're talking to me. But no, I think there's a extraordinarily small amount of people who've achieved great things in society throughout human existence that have advanced what humans are and advanced technology to a point. And even myself, I'm a dumb fuck compared to anyone that like figured how
You're
you
not.
Hey, if gravity didn't exist, you figuring it out? Like not exist, but if gravity wasn't found out, are you figuring it out?
Am
I'm
I?
not.
I mean, like, but would it be figured out is a much more abstract question than would I figure it out? You know, like.
Well, that's what I'm
if
getting at.
I mean,
though.
I don't know if I'm capable of figuring that out.
That's
but
what I'm getting at.
But I'll
though.
tell you what I am capable of, and that's loving my friend and just saying that, you know, like that if you cease to exist physically, that doesn't mean anything for me. That doesn't mean anything for me remembering you. That doesn't mean anything for me emotionally.
Yeah,
That
but
doesn't
also,
like,
I'm a good
when
guy.
I remember. But I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, it doesn't. Your existence isn't required for me to have taken meaning out of being your friend.
Right.
Like you're like when it doesn't if you're here, if you're not here, you're still my friend. So you're alive through that. I trust it, and I trust the same thing about myself. If I was deceased to exist tomorrow, like you would remember me.
Yeah,
Right?
probably.
Probably.
No, I remember.
Okay.
you.
You'd
Clearly.
remember. You'd have some. You know,
There'd
like,
be things you did in my life that made me change my actions and other things.
But
Yes.
even beyond that, just things that you remembered. It doesn't have to be about, you know, what about me changed who you are. Just what about me that you remembered.
right, but
The
you,
same thing would exist for my brother, for my mother, for my sister, for all those people. And but for that reason, I'm not dead. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Like, they keep me alive. You keep people alive when you remember them.
Right. But your thing was saying that's everybody. Everybody doesn't die in that manner.
Just because you don't know them doesn't mean another person hasn't remembered them.
Yeah, but what I'm getting
You're talking about other people. Well, those other people might have other people who do remember them and love them and miss them. And that's the whole point.
I guess, yeah, maybe if it's just the family. Because even if...
No,
you're-
not just the family. Anybody.
What?
Anybody in the world. Anybody who you ever affected.
No, I mean like their family. They affect their family.
Of course
Like
you
even
do.
if you're a massive piece of shit, leave your family, go homeless for a long time, and then just die in the streets, never talking to any of your family or never having any real friends.
Yeah,
like-
that's usually a bummer.
Yeah,
It's usually a bummer.
That's an understatement.
It's usually a big old bummer.
That's an understatement.
But, like, I mean, I'm not... Like, I don't know. If I died tomorrow, I know that people would miss me. I know that people would care about me enough to miss me.
I feel like
And my own memory of myself, that's all it is. That's all I mean, that's all I have of the past, of who has defined what I am up to this point. It's just a fucking story. That's all it is.
I feel like if people heard this conversation, like if they were like real deep into theological stuff or like real deep into psychology and shit like that, or philosophy, we just sound like a bunch of rambling idiots at this point. But no, I
Maybe.
get your point. I
But what
understand
other
it.
people remember it about me after I go, that's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters.
No, I agree.
Because all I am as long as I'm alive is a recollection of my own memories. So what if you're remembering me, if you have a recollection of memories involving me, how is that not you keeping me alive? If me remembering my own life is a recollection of my own memories, how am I not continuing to live after I die as long as you remember me?
In a not literal sense, yes, you're still alive.
No, a literal. Because you are literally remembering me, and you literally miss me, and you literally love me.
You're also literally dead as shit.
Maybe my physical body is.
That's what I mean by literal.
Yeah, and that's all that matters. That's the only literal way in which I die. If my physical body goes, but my memory is preserved, but people still remember me as a good guy, and people are still happier, thinking of me after I'm gone, I never died. I'm as alive then as I've ever been. That's the truth.
Sure.
Life means more than just fucking living in your fucking physical cage.
Well, yeah, I mean, leaving a legacy and having people and
Not about a
influencing-
legacy.
That's
Just
literally what that
kindness.
is.
No, just kindness and love. Just the kind of thing that makes the world better through your own influence.
Yeah, but
Because
you're not.
People think
but,
of you.
But it's not like you're 100% kindness and love because
I'm not.
if-
I'm not 100%.
no,
I'm
no,
not.
that's not what I mean though. Like even your underlying philosophy, because if you're talking about like I'm, dude. The more I get into thinking about it, and the more that my life goes on, I'm outright becoming like an anarcho-capitalist. I
What
100%.
the fuck is that?
I think there should not be a government. I think everything should be run by some sort of property tax. I'm reading into it right now. I'm not necessarily. I don't know how anything's going to function without a government because you need someone to enforce the laws, right? And whoever the fuck you have there that's going to enforce whatever law you have, that's going to end up being a government. In my eyes, I don't know how you do that without it. But also, everyone didn't know how anything was going to function when slavery was getting taken out. Everyone thought the whole world was going to go into chaos
Yeah.
and nothing
It's
ever
free
would
labor.
get done. And nothing ever would get done. And look what happened. Look what happened. The greatest system of all time got built.
Yeah, where we have multiple thousand deaths per day. Like, it's the greatest system of all time.
Okay, hold up.
Oh,
Hold
we
up.
love this system.
I'm just talking about the idea of actual capitalism. Oh, you're stepping on your
Yeah, I
thing.
was stepping on my own fucking...
No, I'm just talking
I'm
about
an idiot. I'm sorry.
just talking about the
I'm an
idea of
idiot.
actual capitalism. But I fully believe that taxation is theft. I pay my taxes because I'll go to jail if I don't. But I think the idea of taking what I worked for.
You think that you deserve to live in a free land for free?
What do you mean?
think that you deserve to live in a place where you can speak your mind and do what you want.
Yes.
Pursue the things that you want to do, and there's no consequence, and you have nothing to owe for that?
100%.
That
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud. That is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. There is such a thing as civic duty. You need to fucking.
No, I have a
you
civic
play
duty
your
to help other people with what I got, as long as you're not stealing from me or using force to take it from
So
me.
you need every single part of society to make sure that that happens for you until
What do you mean?
you can, like, it's the idea that anybody could think they could live in a free society without sacrifice. You can't. It's not going to happen. Like, that you would live in a place that would allow you to do anything you fucking wanted to, and that you would never have to owe anything for that. No.
No,
No!
I'm just looking for a land.
There's-
I'm just
if-
looking for a land that's not taxing me and forcing me to give up my
Taxing you.
own and not forcing me to give up my own wealth against my
Okay,
will.
would you rather, like, go to war for a couple years? Like,
No, I don't want to go to war at all.
So you
either.
don't want to do anything at all for the variety of freedoms that you're afforded.
What are you talking about?
I'm
why,
talking about civic duty.
Why does taxation
No,
go
I'm
into
not.
that?
No, because taxation is the lightest form of civic duty you could ever possibly hope to perform.
Okay,
Other than
so
that,
you're
it's like-
are you insinuating that you're for most of the wars that we're going through? What
no,
are you talking about?
not at all. I'm saying that that there is a price to be paid for living in a free land.
And what's that price?
I don't know.
The taxes?
I'm saying that. I mean,
Well, you can't
that's
just say
that's the
you can't
least.
just say a thing and then not know what you're saying.
Well, no, the taxes. Okay, I'll say this: the taxes are the least that could be expected.
Why? Why should the theft of my earned labor?
Because it
be-
is such a privileged position to be able to think of anything, to be able to think of your contribution towards a free nation that benefits you, that allows you to be free, as theft.
You mean-
Especially in a world where there is so much fucking, like, shit going on. Like, where you say the wrong thing, you get your goddamn hand cut off.
Yeah, but who's doing that? That's the fucking
Fascists.
That's the government that's doing that shit.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with. I mean, like, but that's the. I mean,
Those-
you can't just say the government and talk about like as if it
I
applies. I mean, you can, but it doesn't necessarily apply to everything the U.S. is doing. When you say the government, especially when I'm talking about like other. I'm not. When I say your hand is going to get cut off, I'm not talking about the United States.
I know you're talking about like Saudi Arabia and like
Yeah.
Iran and shit like that, where their
Exactly.
governments are like a penalty for stealing is we cut your fucking hand off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
exactly. That's the kind of place where you can expect not to have any civic duty. If you don't have any civic duty, then that's the kind of society you can expect for yourself.
Well, why? Okay, so they shouldn't
Because
have,
you need to pay, because you don't get that shit for free, man. You don't
Dude,
fucking get shit.
those nations are far more socialist than what ours are doing.
I'm not talking about socialist or anything. I'm talking about you owe something to the society that allows you to be free, that allows you to pursue the gifts and the goals that you want to have.
So-
you owe something to that society.
So what you're saying is, I owe a society that allows me to be free. Okay, this
Yes.
this society does not allow me to be free.
yes, it does.
This society is robbing from me at gunpoint. If I don't pay my fucking taxes, they come after me. And if I don't
At
want to go to
gunpoint,
jail,
huh?
I get you. Okay, what happens if I don't want to go to jail after I don't pay my taxes?
Oh, that's gunpoint.
Yeah.
You've
Some-
never had a gun pointed at you.
Okay.
That's
I pay my taxes.
That's definitely
yeah,
obvious.
I pay my taxes.
You've never had a gun pointed at you. That's not gunpoint. First of all,
Yeah, but
that's
okay,
a belittling of the term.
But what
gunpoint.
happens? What happens if I don't pay my taxes?
If you don't pay your taxes?
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably apologize to them and then pay it over a certain period of time.
What
like
happens
a
if
lot
I-
of other people do?
What happens if I don't apologize and I don't pay it over?
So you're just going to be rebellious and just say, I owe nothing
Uh-huh.
to the first constitutional democracy on earth that has given me more freedoms than any
it's
other
not
nation.
a
I could
democracy, but yeah, we'll get to that another
Oh, well, it's not a democracy. It's a republic.
yeah. Yeah, I know it's a sticking point. It's a sticking point. It's a bigger point than what you're doing with your blowjob thing, but
No, you're right. It is. But
but also very funny.
I
I hate the fact that the people that also say that are people who I can't stand to listen to, even though it's like completely fucking true.
you owe something to the world that has allowed you. I mean, like, listen to the way that we're speaking to each other right now.
I know,
Listen
but
to the
let's get-
opinions
let's
that we're
get-
expressing.
let's get
We're
back-
not going to get our fucking heads cut off.
I understand that. Let's get back to the point that was going on.
We owe
What-
something to the
hey,
society that has afforded us that.
What happens if I don't apologize? Oh, sorry, government. I didn't pay my taxes on time. Here, I'm not. But you know what?
What would you?
Fuck you, bitch ass motherfuckers. I ain't paying that shit. Then what happens?
Well, okay, let's.
What happens to old Ryan Grimes? No.
Let's,
Go
let's
through the
backtrack.
thing.
let's,
don't try to
because
change the subject.
because we're talking about what happened to Ryan Grimes. So let's get specific. Okay, what kind of taxes are you paying?
A lot right now. Fair
Okay.
amount.
So more than you want to. Okay, I'm not gonna ask for.
Dude, $1
specific
is more than I want to.
So you think that you should you really think that you should be allowed to live in this free society?
You're even saying allowed. Like you even seem like the violence I'm talking about behind this is even coming in your.
because that's what happened. Because there is a level of cooperation required to sustain a free society.
Why can't this cooperation happen without taxation? It's the same thing that happened with
Because
slavery.
you need programs. You need
No, you
people who are
don't.
less privileged
You
than you
don't.
and I. Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Because those people who are less privileged than you and I are also Americans. They are afforded
No.
the same rights as we.
These fucking programs keep people down. You're talking about the way the welfare system's set up. You have this.
I'm not talking about welfare.
That's a program. That's one of the programs.
It is
That's
one
something you
program.
support.
It's one program.
Okay.
One program.
Give me another program that you would support.
No, because we're not. Because this is getting aside. This is getting aside from
Okay,
the
well,
point.
then
You don't
let's-
think that there's. You don't think that there's actually a debt to be owed
No.
to living in a free society.
No.
You think that you should just that your birthright is to be in a fucking free society.
Your debt is to help other people out if you're not being robbed from by your government.
But
left
would you
and
be
right.
helping other people?
Yes, I help other people now.
I know you do.
Like, what do
Maybe
you
that
mean?
was I was
fucking
asking the wrong
dumb.
person that question.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. That
very
was fucking
helpful.
dumb.
Like, give me.
Yeah, you're very helpful.
Hey, you know
are
what?
very
I'm gonna
helpful.
humble brag right now because I've
No,
never
I
fucking
will
told
say-
anybody
I will
about this
say- I
shit.
will say,
no,
Ryan
no,
Grimes.
no, I'm gonna humble brag. I'm
Go
humble
ahead.
bragging.
Go
I'm
ahead.
doing it. There's
Go
a
ahead.
guy. His name was Boyce. It's a stupid fucking name, and it's probably why his life was terrible at this time. But it's a dumb name. But God,
is.
he has a rough
Very
time.
dumb.
We were out randomly going out drinking with friends. This motherfucker got, I think, a couple DUIs, right? He's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail. But there's some sort of loophole where he can pay to stay in some sort of rehabilitation thing for
Yeah.
3 months. And if he does that, he only has to go to jail for 6 weeks. And if he doesn't, if he can't pay, which is a fucked up part about our system, by the way, because you got to pay to do this shit, which is dumb as fuck. Hold up. Wait. Let me humble brag real quick before we get into that, because I'll agree with you. Now, he's got to pay for this shit. It's $550 a month. All right?
Yeah.
Anyway, he couldn't afford it. He's talking to his roommates. If he doesn't afford it, he's got to do 6 months. He's talking to his friends. His friends are buying him booze. His friends have been buying him booze for 3 months because he didn't have a job for 3 months. Instead of taking all that money they bought on booze and putting it in together to fucking just buy him the shit, they didn't do that. And what they were telling this guy was that, oh, hey, 6 months ain't that bad. What the fuck you mean 6 months ain't that bad?
In jail?
In jail?
6
Yes.
months is that bad?
And it ruins your life afterwards, too, because if you go to jail for any time longer than a fucking month, you can't get a goddamn job.
Yeah, you're right.
So this guy's talking about that. I get super heated. And I'm like, no, fuck these guys. They're shitty friends. They suck. You shouldn't be communicating with them whenever. I'll pay your fucking rent. And what I did, I gave him $550 for his first month rent. He got that. He got a job. And he paid his next 3. And now he's out there working. I mean, he's not doing very well, but he's not in fucking jail.
Oh, look at you giving the benefit of the doubt to somebody and giving your financial using your financial disposition to help somebody less fortunate than yourself.
Mhm.
That almost sounds like something a socialist would do.
No, it's not, because a socialist thinks that someone should force me to do that.
Well, no, I mean, it's the socialist mindset. I think the people who support socialism are really more in the mindset of doing exactly what you're talking about. Just helping people. It's not about being forced to do anything. It's about wanting to.
It is
help
about
people.
force.
But I mean, but it's remove. There are people out there who want to help others. Who literally it hurts them to see others hurt.
Yeah.
You're one of those people.
Yeah. And guess what? The way that I go about it is the way I think you should go about it. I try to live by the things that I fucking try to live by and tell people else to do.
Helping people.
Yeah.
What you
Imagine-
have the resources to help someone, and you see someone who needs help, and you help them. That is Christ-like, dude. That's wonderful.
And
I'm not arguing against that, dude.
And imagine how much I could do if the government wasn't taking 30% to 35% of my wealth every fucking week.
You think that's what you would be doing?
Yeah. You know how much? Dude, I'm in a good position right now, with mainly due to COVID. Thank God. I'm a respiratory therapist, by the way, everybody. I'm doing travel respiratory therapy, picking up 2 of them, 2 jobs, working 6 days a week, traveling between New Jersey and Maryland.
This guy's a hero.
Yep, hero is a motherfucker. Got it on
He
the
is a
back of my
hero.
car. Some chick who had a crush on me in my last ER gave it to me. Says
Yeah.
Frontline hero. I'm also
Yeah.
pretty attractive.
Shit, yeah, very attractive.
You
Very
know,
hero, very
when
attractive.
I got longer hair and I'm not clean shaven and got this baby face.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I started slicing myself up too much. I forgot what I was saying.
Anyway, you're
Anyway.
yeah, you're sexy and you're a hero.
No, but anyway, if I got to keep all the money that I made, that's easily an extra couple $100 a week that I could do something cool with. There's people who $18 an hour. Meanwhile, the government's still taxing them at 25% of their wealth. Imagine how comfortable their life. They're living with what they make now. What if they weren't taxed? People of a lower. Dude, if you make 15, dude, 15 bucks an hour, you can still get paid at 20% of your wealth.
And that, I mean, like that, I don't think the problem is necessarily the fact that they're being taxed so much. I think the problem is that the money that's being taxed is going towards things that don't help people. It doesn't help society. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit.
And I think
It's just a fucking, like, it's a socialist way to, you know, sort of shield their very personal greed.
here's what I think. I think everything that you, Tyler Dark, that you would want to fund and give people with the taxation that you would take. That's probably pretty loud, actually. That little thing I just hit.
Yeah, I was about to say that shit like hit a D tone.
Yeah, you know what? I was just really trying to make a point.
Was that a D sharp?
You! But I think you, I believe, have complete inappropriate morals. You have
You think I have inappropriate morals?
no complete and appropriate
Okay.
morals.
Thank you.
So, like, if you were the one running the taxation, if you were the one running whatever fucking socialist nation you want to do, I believe you would do the right thing with redistributing things. I believe what happens is bad people see that there's a lot of power involved in that shit. They're the ones that get power, and they're the ones that take control of it. So, yeah, you talk about, oh, I'm the one, I hate corruption. Yeah, but I think your thoughts and what you think society should run at is what actively causes corruption.
And I think that human greed is, I think that corruption is something much more fundamental in people. I think that it's reflected in capitalism. I think that capitalism can't function without corruption.
Without corruption or without greed?
Without either.
Because corruption within capitalism.
Well, corruption, I mean, like, greed is a certain type of corruption. Like, that's under the umbrella of corruption.
How's greed corrupting? I can see how.
How
greed,
is greed corrupting?
I worded that wrong.
You sure did,
I
bud.
worded that wrong. Greed can be corrupting, but how is greed in itself a corruption?
Greed is the utmost form of corruption.
Elaborate, please.
Why do I have to elaborate?
What do you mean?
It's people who are greedy want more for themselves than they need.
Yeah, so they try to get the power of the state to change things in their favor.
No, they try to get any power they can to change things.
But in capitalism, if you don't have the state behind you, making regulations to benefit you, how are you becoming corrupt? How are you fucking other people over without giving a better product?
Because you're taking over the economy of a certain thing. You're hoarding wealth. You're
Hoarding wealth.
You're monopolizing certain, district, like fucking economies, certain markets. You're fucking shit up for everybody. There should be a limit on this shit. Like, people should just it should just be fucking communes, man. It should just be fucking.
There we go.
It should just be people
you can have a commune in capitalism. You're allowed to do that.
But with 300 million people, man. 300 million people. How do you take care of that many people within the same system?
You're not supposed to take care of people. You're just supposed to let people be fucking free.
You are supposed to take care of people. You absolutely are. That's the whole point of government. To make life better for people.
The point of government is to protect our civil liberties and make sure some other foreign land doesn't come and fuck us up.
Your civil liberties, huh?
Yeah,
and
guess what? Our government doesn't exactly do that.
Your civil liberties could or potentially be the destruction of anybody's, or another body of persons, whole shit. People practicing their civil liberties or saying they're practicing their civil liberties are just people who are trying to get away with oppressing and treating like shit people who are just trying to live their lives.
And you know what? That's not even wrong in the sense that, okay, no, I hear you there. When I say it, okay, because what you just said is talking about these right-wing fucks. These right-wing fucks, like in the alt-right and everything like that, they aren't even capitalist. They aren't people for free markets. They're people who like to pretend they're for liberty and like to do all this stupid shit so they can get the government on their side to protect the white race. Yeah. All these white nationalists are not thinking the same thing I'm thinking, and I always get lumped in with these motherfuckers just because I fight for capitalism.
Well, you also make you sort of make a point to separate yourself from both parties. But you always attack the left more than you attack the right.
And that is because more people that I know personally and would like to talk to...
I'm saying that's how it comes across.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. And you know what? I do it. And earlier in this podcast, I realized it myself. Because there's a lot of times I instinctively start trying to defend Republicans. And I have to remind myself that 90% of Republicans don't want what I fucking want.
Yeah. And they don't give a fucking shit about you either.
Yeah, they don't give a flying fuck. But you're right. There's a lot of times I instinctively go off the handle and I start defending Republicans. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But it's a little thing. I think it's from my childhood and it's how my dad's a big Republican guy. And I think that's just some shit from my childhood coming up.
But I think that, what you and I are doing is figuring that out,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I wouldn't have this conversation otherwise.
Yeah.
It's good to have.
It is. And I want equity for people. I want people to be able to eat. I want people to be able to have a roof over their heads. I want, in the richest nation on earth, in a nation where we could easily afford to give everybody everything they need.
That's the thing, is we can't. We can't afford it.
We totally can.
How do you think we're affording it?
How do you think we're affording it? By taxing the rich and by doing everything we need to do to make a more equitable society with more money. We have so much money moving through our system.
The rich don't pay taxes.
Well, they should.
Okay, well, you make them... Okay, so, and the reason...
If they don't pay taxes, we put them in jail.
Then they just leave.
Then we have fucking Geneva Convention shit. Or we have fucking UN shit. We say, oh, they move there, send them back here. Fuck that shit. You can't just fucking take all of our money. You can't take things
all of our money?
You get yes, if it's our tax money. If it's shit that we were taxed.
You're not taxed, they're taxed.
Yeah, I'm taxed.
I know
what are you talking about? I'm not taxed. You're taxed too.
I know, I get that. But what I'm saying is their tax money's not your tax money.
It isn't?
Yeah. They just know loopholes and shit. And they know that...
Oh, good for them. We close those loopholes.
Okay, cool. Say we close the loopholes. Now, they have to pay the full amount of taxation that we want to tax them, right? But there's other countries in the world who go, all right, if you bring your business here and create some wealth for our country, we'll tax you at a far lower rate.
We sanction those countries.
Oh, okay. So we just become like a super corrupt nation and start.
No, it isn't. It's because like if you want to accept the literally illegally funded shit out of our country, like shit that should have been taxed, but they took it out of our country and brought it to your country. No, we have no interest.
I feel
in
like you're
doing any
slowly
business.
just getting pretty totalitarian right there.
I'm not getting totalitarian.
Oh yeah, you are. You're literally doing acts of war against countries because
That's an act of war to say I
Sanctions?
I won't do business. That's all a sanction is. I won't do business with you.
Yeah, that's
That's an act of war.
Yeah,
saying you won't do business with someone is an act of war. That is an ultra capitalist.
A sanction is far more than saying that we won't do business with you. Oftentimes, it's you preventing business from other areas from coming into that area. So you're like starving out the population so they get upset with the government. It's an act of war.
It isn't consistently an. That's not something you can consistently call an act of war. It isn't.
That's not something, and I do. Okay, maybe it's not an act of war to you, but in my mind, if you are
you feeling really bad about the people in North Korea?
Yes.
Okay, you should. Why do you feel bad about them?
Because it's goddamn awful that what the government's doing to those people over there.
The U.S. government is doing to those people?
Hey, I'm not over here defending the U.S. government. I'm talking about a thing that
then
I
who
would
are you
like.
defending?
I'm not defending any of them. The U.S. government's terrible too.
Are you defending anybody? Are you? Then what are you doing?
What?
Then who? Then what? Then what point are you making, other than a fucking like obscure devil's advocate bullshit?
I'm not devil's advocating. I'm saying, and trust me, I'm not at the point where I can argue this point very well. I'm slowly getting to the point where I believe you shouldn't have a fucking government. You shouldn't be taxing people against their will. And if there's no government, I think people collectively would come together. And this is the point that I can't get, because you need something there to enforce some sort of law. And whatever the fuck that is, that's a government, right? But you need to keep it at that point where all they do is the government should only prevent violence between citizens. It shouldn't be doing any of this other shit that it does. And once it gets on that path of doing other shit, it leads to North Korea. It leads to what we're gonna get. Dude, I go home and talk to my goddamn uncles. They're completely fine with Trump starting martial law.
But you think
right now, the people become so involved in the state's power themselves.
You need to understand, though, like you say that the government shouldn't be involved except through, like, defending people from actual physical violence. But when have you ever been under the threat of actual physical violence? Because there are people who are all the time.
I think that's a shitty
Literally
argument.
all the time. I don't think it's a shitty argument at all. I think it's somebody. I mean, it's me because I've never been
right. But to justify all the other stuff, like just because I'm not necessarily under physical attack constantly now.
But that's the argument you made.
What do you mean? No,
that's
not.
what you said. That's what you said. Like,
repeat back what I said. I want to see what you thought I said.
That's what. Like they should be there to like thwart physical violence.
Yeah, and punish people who violate property rights. Basically, what I believe
violate property.
Basically, what I believe,
because that's a new thing.
Basically,
that wasn't what you said.
What I believe, and thank you. What I believe is this, and every law should be functioned around this: you don't hurt people, and you don't take their stuff. Done.
Okay, you haven't been hurt. Nobody's taking your stuff.
People are taking my stuff.
People are taking your stuff?
Yeah, the government takes stuff away from me every goddamn week.
Well, people are
every
hurting.
Every paycheck. They're also hurting my children by devaluing the currency the way they do.
You don't have children, man. Like there are
my
people
future children, Tyler. I'm gonna have children.
There are people who have children right now, and those are people who are starving, and those are the people who we should be the most concerned about.
And they should be pretty upset with the way the government's.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
It's the priority, like the prioritization.
Don't go Cartman on me. What are you doing? You will respect mine.
You will respect my priority. Yeah, you're right. You right, bitch.
You right, bitch. Ah, shit. All right, anyway, that's a good conversation.
Yeah.
This all started, really, because I wanted to show you the Republican plan.
Okay.
I don't think you've seen this. A lot of people have not.
Well, Sebastian Gorka?
I say a lot of people have not, as
I wanna
there's
sit with
165.7K viewers. I mean, a lot of people of, like, your political perspective have not seen this.
Sebastian Gorka is terrifying. He's a terrifying man.
Yeah, this guy actually I don't like at all because he is...
You shouldn't. He's an idiot.
Yeah. Well,
fuck.
the last thing I would call him is an idiot. Maybe...
That's the last thing you would call him. That's the last thing you would call him. Like, well-dressed isn't the last thing you would call him.
That'd be the...
Like, well-tailored isn't the last thing you would call him.
It might be the second to last. It might be the second to last.
On Weight Watchers, that's not the last thing you would call him.
He looks like a Nutrisystem guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out what diet system he's on because he looks like he's someone who has lost weight recently.
He looks
you know
like
what I mean?
He looks like he drinks that beet juice from Fox News.
I don't even know what that shit is, and I don't want to know.
Oh, you don't have a Republican father? I forgot.
Yes, I do.
Do you really? Your dad's?
No, he's just pissed and white.
He's just mad.
He's angry, 60
mad.
and white. So basically Republican.
Basically.
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm not. We'll see how it gets into it. But he explains the whole way that the election could flip in an actual legal sense, and I want to get your view on this.
Here is the path to victory. I want every single one of you to understand we can win because he did win, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Dumb.
We've got 28 days to make a legal case, and that's almost impossible. So, here's the path to victory. Our founding fathers were geniuses. This isn't a democracy. This is a republic.
Dumb.
I said that earlier. Remember when I said that earlier?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
God.
sounded dumber coming from him than it did from you.
God, I'm so smart.
Of states. We don't let 51% of the American people dictate the lives of 49%. That's not how it works, AOC.
That's not how you phrased it 4 years ago when Trump barely won, but go ahead.
And you'll notice, and I this is what I also thought was
so
really
stupid. So stupid.
Well, you'll find out that
everybody
real quick.
there is a fucking moron.
Dude, it's going to be even funnier to you very soon, because what you'll notice when this continues to go, he literally just starts saying every little little key note that you could possibly think a right-winger would want to yell at. You better go piss again?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. I got to take a pee too, so you can go first. We'll watch the rest of this, and
All
then
right.
I'll edit this out.
We'll be right back with you folks on Preferably Biased. Okay.
Cool. And if you're wondering why I'm not getting up to pee after I said I was going to, I peed outside.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Man of the wood.
Yeah, I'm a fucking wild man.
Yeah, just a Sasquatch. Look at that.
I mean, let's not get insulting here.
That's not insulting. That's a compliment. Look at that. Pull out your big hairy dick and pee into the wind.
Bam.
The way God intended you to.
I'm so happy.
I'm proud.
I'm so happy I actually don't have a hairy dick.
I'm proud that you do actually have a hairy dick, despite what you're saying to me, because I believe it's a lie. Because you would pee into the wind like an animal. I went into the bathroom like a bitch. But you went outside into the elements. You let everyone know where your dick was and what it was doing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Congratulations.
You're welcome, America. Anyway, so like you were talking about before the piss break, you will see he starts hitting every fucking talking point real quick that like
Gorka.
It's so funny to me.
And by the way, AOC, if you're making your enemies list, you can put me at the top.
Oh, wow. So intense.
AOC, bring it, Buttercup.
Oh, wow. So
we
cool.
are not afraid
Oh, you're not?
of any of you bloody snowflakes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And the only fascists in America are Antifa.
Oh, wow.
And BLM is racist. I'm going to say it now. Every American life matters.
Oh, wow. That was so intense and inspiring. I can't believe you said something so brave. Every viewpoint I ever had has changed now. Thank you, Sebastian Gorka. Oh, my God.
He's not even like giving a speech. He's literally just saying fucking like what he knows is going to set these
just
people off.
stupid-ass talking points. Like, dude, that... He's literally taking his little dick off and jerking it off until nothing comes out because he is a boy.
So here's the plan.
Here's the plan.
Nancy, the crone, the harridan failed. 15 Republican women have been elected to the Congress. 15 pro-life women.
Wow. Oh my God, Sebastian, you're amazing. Thank you for the inspiration. Fuck.
So these people are British now, like him?
God, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna big time come. I'm gonna big time come for Sebastian Booker. Oh, I'm gonna booker my brains out for Sebastian Booker.
And not one state house was flipped, Nancy. How'd you like that?
He's about
How'd you like that, Nancy?
he's about to get into the actual plan, like
To
I
the
mentioned.
point of what the fuck he wants to say, this fucking brainless
Listen,
idiot.
you have to rile up the crowd, man. You gotta play the crowd. You gotta.
That's what he does to rile up the crowd?
Well, it's not that hard. You just gotta say a fucking like 5 things Fox News said. But
Literally if he had put his dick into the mouth of his pet dog, it would have been more inspiring than what he had to say. He is such a pathetic piece of dog shit. Like, nothing he has said has had any impact on anything. What shallow words. What a fucking mindless, brainless fucking asshole to have been given the opportunity to project his brainlessness onto the masses.
That's the thing I disagree with you at when it goes a brainless asshole. I think he's actually a very smart man.
He's not.
But he plays.
I'm telling you right now,
he
he's
plays to a bunch of. He's pretty fucking smart. If you listen to the guy talk, but he plays to a bunch of.
I've
brainless,
listened.
He plays to a bunch of brainless assholes. Now, if you're sitting.
Oh,
here,
really?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of artist has an audience of brainless assholes? I can only wonder. It's not a smart artist.
No, it totally is. It's a bunch of smart people who play
Really?
dumb fucks all the time. What do you think I'm going to end up doing here? Like,
You think that what we do is smart? What?
no, what we do is actually very dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
We're going to be the dumb people who play to other dumb people.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be fun though.
No,
and
it's
we're
gonna
honest because we're friends.
yeah, it's going to be very fun.
Yeah, we have fun.
But no,
together.
this guy's smart.
Like, I love you.
Like, to say that this guy's not a smart guy, first of all, the way he worked his
He's not smart.
He's fucking smart.
He's
But
stupid.
He's
You
No,
and I are
but
both smarter than him.
No, we're not smarter than this guy.
Yes, I
You're
am.
saying he's dumb because the shit he says out in front of all these people.
I'm saying he's dumb because of the things that he has done
That's not what I
objectively.
mean.
Oh, you're just saying he's smart. You're just saying he's stupid because he said a bunch of stupid shit in public on video.
To these
Oh,
people.
wow. Well-
To dumb people. He's playing dumb.
And who are the dumb people that he's pandering to?
Bunch of fucking far right jackasses.
You mean Trump supporters?
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna say Trump supporters are smart. Some of them are, but a lot of them.
No, they're not.
A lot
None
of them are
are.
this. A lot of them are this. No, there's people who support Trump that are just very anti-establishment and see that as the only option that's not establishment. Let's not pretend like that's not a thing that happens.
It isn't not a thing that happens. It's just the short-sightedness to think that Donald Trump is your only way out of the mainstream. It's just you have to be such a racist douchebag fuck to believe that.
I mean,
Like,
technically, it is the only way out of the mainstream
no, it's
currently.
not.
You
Vote
think?
for Howie Hawkins? Do anything other than Donald Trump. Like
You
Donald
think-
Trump
okay.
is the mainstream. He literally represents the Republican Party. As
No,
it
he
is
doesn't.
today.
He's actually actively against the Republican Party. The Republican Party hates this guy.
Well, for the past 4 years, he's literally been their president. And like every Republican in the Senate has been his literal bitch.
Yeah, because they're afraid of the they're afraid of all. They're
Okay,
afraid of
so
their
what-
voters. They're afraid of their voters because they like Trump so much, so they think they need to deploy. They need to fucking like.
So what
Go up
has
to
the
him.
Republican Party done outside of Trump that is significant for the last 4 years?
Nothing.
Exactly. Trump is the Republican Party.
No, the Republican Party is a bunch of corporatist fucks.
Yeah. Who will fucking market whatever they need to.
Well, they also sell out. Look, here's the thing. Trump really isn't Republican or conservative in the slightest. He's actively like a 90s Democrat, where his whole thing is protectionist policies, where he's going to put tariffs on people and try to prevent the growth of industry in other lands by keeping it here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're literally going through this globalization period, which would be a natural period throughout capitalism if it's going out, because people would try to go find a bigger market.
Mhm.
Or not a bigger market, but people who, like, we went through our industrial age. We had all this periods of time where people were getting paid shit because couldn't really get any other jobs. Same thing's happening over in these other areas. All these other areas are going through their industrial age, and now we're going through a really technical age where people now should be learning like how to code in school, like
Yeah.
from
You're right.
kindergarten up.
You're
But they're not
100%
doing
right.
that. They're not doing that for some reason. But
Yeah, because that would be progress.
yeah,
We can't do progress.
yeah, it's just.
We can't do progress.
But let's hear the rest of his thing.
So, there is no president-elect. Oh, and by the way, Beijing Biden, I looked it up because I can read. There is a thing you call the office of the president-elect. It doesn't exist. Unlike the recordings of your son having sex with prostitutes while he's smoking a crack pipe, that exists.
Ooh.
Unlike
Oh,
the
gosh,
emails
it was so-
about the big guy getting his 50% cut. We know who the big guy is, Beijing Biden. You are the most corrupt politician after Hillary.
I believe all that shit, by the way.
Cool.
I just want to have it on the record for you.
That's
So,
fun.
a lot of people want to speak. I'm going to give you the path to victory. The election has not been certified. The electors have not voted. We don't have democracy. We have a republic. We have to put the pressure on. I don't care where you're from. God bless all of you here today. But God
It's gonna be so fun to watch you cry.
You just
like a little
yawn.
bitch. Yeah, I yawned over what he had to say.
Oh, it's funny. Anyway,
I'm so stupid.
it took him 3 fucking minutes to get to the thing, but this is what he's talking about.
bless all of you who are watching and listening. Wherever you live, you get on the streets, you get your MAGA hat on, and you send a message to the state senates, to the chief clerks, to the secretaries of state. If you certify a fraudulent election, you will never, ever get re-elected. We want them to understand.
Okay, he's far more long-winded than I thought he was. He's really
Yeah, he's far more stupid.
Ugh, I keep saying that.
5%. We
He's
don't want
stupid.
You're not stupid because you're,
Stupid.
you're not stupid for manipulating stupid people.
No, he's not stupid for manipulating stupid people. He's stupid because he's stupid. What he has to say is stupid. None of it makes
No
sense,
more.
and it's stupid.
They have
He is a
normalized
stupid
violence,
person.
but we will not let them steal our republic.
Oh, good for you,
And if
stupid.
we
Stupid fuck. Stupid fuck. Stupid fuck.
Shut the fuck up for a second.
If you
Stupid
remember
fuck.
when Donald Trump won the election, do you remember that day?
Stupid fuck. Stupid fuck.
I wish I watched this again before bringing this up, because I didn't realize he didn't say the thing until almost the very fucking end, apparently.
Yeah, after 5 minutes of going, stupid fuck, I'm a stupid fuck. Everyone who believes me and takes me seriously is a stupid fuck. I'm a stupid fuck. Sebastian stupid. I'm a fuck. Fuck, stupid fuck.
to the crowd, hey, what's Crooked Hillary's slogan?
Stupid fuck! That's a slogan, man! Stupid fuck!
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm gonna find the fucking thing.
If you certify the election, you will never, ever get
He said that a minute ago.
the election. And then what happens? The president, it is the state.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Votes, then it is a contingent electoral college votes. Geniuses.
Antifa stupid.
Okay,
Neither
here it is. Listen to
candidate
this.
Gets 270 electoral college votes, then it is a contingent election. Fathers were geniuses.
Okay, the founding fathers were geniuses. That's
Okay.
what he just said. All right. Bam.
If neither candidate gets 270 electoral college votes, then it is a contingent election. It goes to the House of Representatives. Oh, and here's the kicker, my friends.
Oh,
It's
stupid
not the
fuck!
House Representatives.
Ah, you ruined it.
Oh, and here's the kicker, my
The kicker, Tyler.
friends. It's not the House Representatives that elect the president. It is the states. The states by party delegation. And guess which side has the majority of party?
Stop jacking off.
Oh,
Stop it.
oh,
Stop jacking
maybe,
off.
maybe my fantasy will come true.
Don't act like that's not.
Maybe my beloved Trump will get another 4 years. Maybe. Oh,
Don't pretend like this isn't
I'm
possible.
going to come my stupid fucking face off.
Stop. Why? That's a weird way.
Ah!
Stop jacking off like that. What are you
Ah!
doing?
Let me finger my own butthole. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Anyway, that's a real fucking possibility.
No, it's not.
No,
That's
it
a
really
real
is.
fucking person
No,
talking about a bunch of stupid ass bullshit.
if you get
Fuck Sebastian Gorka. He doesn't know shit. He is going
he
to.
knows a lot.
He doesn't know a fucking thing, bud. He does not know a butt fucking thing. He's so stupid.
Well,
What a bunch of stupid ass bullshit I just heard him say.
judging how these Christian conservatives work out, he might know a little bit about butt fucking. But
Nah, I mean, like he participates in every problematic part of Christian butt fucking. But
what's the
he's-
problematic part?
the problem, I mean, I don't know, kids. He fucks kids. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Fuck
That's-
Sebastian Gorka.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, fuck. All right. That seems good for the political stuff because we've been out here for a little bit.
We have.
I want to show you the one thing with the wolf, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Here it is.
Okay.
But we got another guy.
But we love the wolf. We love animals.
This here.
Right?
This here is a survival guide to survive a wolf attack. I don't know how often you come in contact with wolves,
I do not.
Mr. Wolf Spider over there.
No, sir.
But
I come in contact with the occasional wolf spider, never the actual wolf.
Never the
That
actual
is
wolf.
something that has eluded me for my entire life.
well, luckily for all of us who aren't
Okay.
extremely nature filled within our life. I don't know if that's the way you're gonna say it, but
Nature filled?
yeah, that's the not
Filled?
You know, I fucked up, and I
No,
shouldn't have said
no,
it
that's
like
fine.
that.
I get what you're saying. I
Nature-filled.
just
We're
want to
not-
make
we're not-
sure I'm on the same page.
Well, how would you say like a very nature person, like
Nature
someone who
prone.
nature prone?
Yes.
All right, I like that better. Anyway, if we're not nature prone, these people have taught us how to survive a wolf attack, and I just want to get your reaction to it.
Okay.
Perfect trophy, and possibly dinner. But you're not the only one with a pack to feed. These hunting grounds belong to someone else.
What the fuck?
Here's how to survive a wolf attack.
Nah!
Dude, fuck. What?
What?
Okay, keep going. Keep going. I want to see this. Jesus.
Wolf attacks are a
No, I
rare
don't know how to
occurrence,
survive a
with
wolf
only
attack.
49 documented cases in Alaska and Canada.
And you'll find out very shortly.
Oh my God,
Neither
look at
do
that
they.
Face. Look at that fucking face.
Yeah, it's
Look
evil.
at those eyes. Look at those teeth,
Yeah,
dude.
they're not
How are
so
we gonna
cool.
kill that thing?
They're not going to kill
Let's
it.
find out.
From 1942
Jesus.
to 2002.
Oh my
But as
God.
long as man encroaches
Ah.
on nature, that can change. In 2019, Russ Fee awoke to screams from a neighboring campsite. He found a wolf dragging a man by his arm. Fee kicked the wolf in the hip. That worked against one wolf.
Wait a fucking second.
Yo.
No, hold up a sec.
What? He fucking
This is
saved
from the
his
movie
camping-
Black Sheep.
Yeah.
They
You remember the movie Black Sheep?
That's a great movie.
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
These are a bunch of sheep. They're showing a sheep attack
Yeah.
a guy right now.
Ah, it's a fucking sheep. Fuck the sheep.
Okay, I just found that hilarious.
Fee kicked the wolf in the hip. That worked against one wolf. But what if you were surrounded by a whole pack?
Dude.
Am I vulnerable?
Where am I vulnerable?
Fast
Everywhere,
can a
all
wolf
over.
run. Some
Thing's gonna
humans have
bite your
spent their
stupid dick off. Go ahead.
entire lives in the wilderness without ever spotting this elusive predator. But with hunting pushing their population to the brink of extinction and man further infringing on their territory, wolf sightings have increased. So, if face to snout with this deadly canine, here's what you can do to turn things around.
No.
Step 1. Act submissive and don't
Act submissive, Tyler.
Act submissive? Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot that thing in the face.
Remember. Act submissive.
I'm going to murder.
run.
You're gonna murder?
I'm gonna murder that animal with a gun.
All right.
Okay.
Step one.
2.
Step 1, act
Step
submissive.
1, act submissive.
Wolves
Step
often
2,
hunt their prey by
Ah.
chasing it. Running away could trigger their instinct to chase you down. In a short burst, a gray wolf can sprint up to 65 kilometers per hour. Your cardio classes haven't prepared you for this foot race. To avoid any escalation, don't make eye contact, as this can be interpreted as a direct challenge. Keep your head lowered and bowed slightly. Step 2.
God.
Assert your dominance.
Step 2.
Assert my dominance? What the fuck? Are you stupid?
That's the complete
That thing
opposite.
runs 65 miles an hour and okay, step 2, assert your dominance. Fuck that, I'm dead. I'm dead. It's over for me, dude. I can't survive against a wolf. That's a wolf.
That's the complete opposite of step 1.
Fuck that. Fuck everything about confronting a wolf. Just stay where wolves are at. Just don't go where wolves fucking are. That's your main objective. Fuck this.
The wolf continues to come close.
Do you want to see what step 3 is? There's 5
Yes,
steps.
yes, I want
think
to
there's
see what
5
step
steps.
3 is. I want to see how many people die from this.
Immediately raise your arms above your head. Rise to your full height. Clap your hands and shout aggressively. To a wolf, this loud display could be viewed as claiming your territory. It may not scare it away, but it might buy you some extra time to escape. Step 3. Back away slowly. As the
So wait.
Which is back to the step 1 is
That's what I do?
yeah. Yeah, that's what you do.
Wow.
No, first you go like this.
I'm so glad that we have an entire school of biology to study this shit, so I know that I can go, That's stupid, dude.
First
That's
you actually
stupid. I'm gonna die.
Before you do that, you
Okay.
actually go like this. You look up at the wolf and you go, "Oh,
So you
Mr.
get real sensitive.
Mr.
you know?
Big Bad Wolf, I'm not here to hurt anybody, and I hope you leave me alone." And if that don't work, you go,
That's stupid.
and if that don't work, you go right back to, "Hey, Mr. Big Bad Wolf."
Yeah.
It's just-
you know, yeah, it's stupid.
All right, let's see what.
You can't do that.
Let's see what the fucking
Don't
ridiculous...
do that to anybody who's watching this. Don't do that. Don't do anything what we just said. Don't do anything. Just fucking stay away from wolves.
Bam.
The wolf approaches. Back away slowly, but don't turn your back on it. Keep calm and stay balanced as you walk carefully backwards. Falling down will make you an easy target, like a turtle on its back. If possible, try to approach a group of people or find a
So the wolf can eat them instead.
So the wolf has more than an appetizer to join on.
Sure, find a group group of people.
Try to approach a group of people as the wolf enjoys a 3-course dinner.
God damn.
Nearby
You,
fire.
your stupid
Wolf-
friend, and your even dumber sister. Go ahead.
Wolves hate fire and will back off as they get closer to the smoke. And if you're feeling really limber, you may also want to climb that tree behind you. But remember to stay facing the wolf. Step 4. Curl into a fetal position.
I'm in a tree.
Dude, this sucks. This is such stupid
This
advice.
is so dumb.
This is terrible. Curl into a fetal position once you've already climbed into a fucking tree.
The wolf lunges at you. Protect your jugular as wolves attack the neck and throats of their prey for a quick and easy kill. The tips of a gray wolf's canine teeth can produce a pressure of almost 500 newtons, making short work of bones and exposed flesh. Staying in a protected position will at least keep your vital spots safe from this carnivore's powerful jaws. Step 5. Strike with nearby objects.
So attack it again.
Yeah. Hey, get yourself a stick.
Now that you're up in that tree,
Yeah.
you might as well. You might as well be able to get one.
I fucking hate everything about nature advice.
Step 4. After
Stay out of nature.
I love
That's
how
the best advice I could offer you.
Dude, nature's fucking scary.
Fuck nature. Fuck
And-
everything about nature. Just live in civilization.
I do love how step 4 is go in the fetal position. Meanwhile, this thing's mauling you to death.
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah. It's like, oh,
It's like, oh, it'll only bite your
Yeah.
arm off.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
oh, I forgot that never works.
It's stupid as shit.
I think there might be
Can
there might be one more step.
prove to the wolf that you are not an easy meal. Throw rocks, sticks, whatever
Oh,
you
look at
have
that.
at hand.
That was the movie It.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
Basically a wolf.
Yeah.
And
All those
aim
kids
for
die.
its
No, they don't. Those kids don't die.
Those kids end up fucking.
What?
In the book? You ever read the book It?
No, I've only seen the movies.
Oh, well, all those kids end up fucking.
What? There's only one girl.
I know.
Oh God.
Yeah, they all fuck her. Yeah, you should read that book, huh? Find out how fucked up it is.
I don't really want to read a book about a bunch of kids fucking.
Yeah, you shouldn't. They shouldn't make a movie about it either.
Who wrote that book?
Stephen King.
All right, Stephen King.
Yeah, I know.
sensitive face. Showing you won't go down without a fight could be enough to make the wolf question the confrontation and retreat. Step 6.
Didn't I do step 3 when I went?
Stupid. Yeah, you're like, ah! Like,
that was
it's
the whole
stupid.
thing.
It's they're like, oh, well, if you throw one singular stick at this wolf, it'll probably go away.
As we know, wolves don't fuck with sticks.
As we know, I fucking hate wolves.
Protect the weak. Wolves instinctively
Didn't I just?
Who's the weak?
Yeah, I'm the weak.
Yeah,
I'm going against the
it's
wolf.
just me here.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Also,
I'm the weak.
at some point, there was a step that said lead them to other people and sacrifice them. I'm not protecting them at this point.
Oh my god, so fucking stupid.
How many views does this have?
It can't be more than 500,000.
Oh, no, you're right. It's 187,000
Okay,
pretty much.
Yeah, this is a
Good.
low quality video.
attack the weakest of the pack. This puts small children, the elderly, and the injured at greatest risk. Band together
That's
in a
fine.
circle and keep the most vulnerable people.
You see, that's fine.
I see. Yeah, children, the elderly, and the disabled.
Fuck them.
I mean, it's and
If a wolf's around, fuck them.
Well, I do not fit into any one of those categories, so
Yeah.
I'm not about to maul to death.
Yeah, we good.
In the center
But God
of the
bless
group.
them.
Don't
God bless
break ranks and make sure there's a person watching in every direction to monitor any perimeter area wolf activity. Wolves rarely attack humans in the wild, but should you wander near their dens or breeding grounds, you could be perceived as a threat. Watch for their signs, such
Dude,
as
this is
assorted
troubling.
signs.
What's up?
Wolves are troubling.
Yeah, they're a big problem.
I can't find.
They're a big.
They're a big problem.
They're a big problem.
Dude, wolves are a really big problem. Like I mean, like Whether you're on the right or the left, we can all agree.
Fuck
Wolves are a big fucking problem.
They're an issue, man.
Jesus Christ.
Sizes of wolf droppings on the ground, gnawed bones, and plastic litter. Listen for their vocalizations of
Yo, that thing is pissed.
Oh, man.
It hates you. It hates you.
I didn't know wolves sound like my fucking golden doodle.
Yeah, they sound like something that fucking hates you.
barking or repeated howling. And always keep an eye out for their tracks. So, you escaped that wolf by backing away and acting big.
No, we didn't. We fucking died. We died. We're
I
dead.
escaped that wolf by living in a house in a neighborhood that isn't near fucking wolves. That's how I survived that shit.
Oh,
By not
Jesus.
being a fucking idiot.
Oh,
Christ.
man.
Ah!
But yeah,
Anyway.
we can end it all on this. I just wanted to fucking. That was such a terrible advice.
Yeah,
You're gonna
what
get
a
you killed.
fucking stupid idiot fuck.
Dude, they have a bunch of these too. They have.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
How to,
sure they do.
How to survive a lion attack. How to
Look at that.
This one.
How to survive other bullshit.
Well, this one goes.
How to survive a bunch of other stupid ass bullshit that I got myself into by being a stupid fuck.
This one they're so unconfident about. They go
They should be.
how to survive a shark attack according to science.
Yeah.
Like we can't tell you because we have
And they're
no
like,
fucking
well,
idea.
we tried and this person died, but we still have a scientific explanation.
Oh
Like,
my god. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode, Preferably Biased.
yes, thank you all very much.
We will be back with a very sporadic schedule due to people's work schedules.
Yes,
in the
and
future.
COVID.
Yes, and COVID.
COVID is, just God, COVID. It's terrible.
But
COVID.
The work schedule is due to COVID.
The work schedule,
Yeah.
COVID, dude. Yeah, COVID.
Anyway, we plan on bringing way more material in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Deuces.
But what happened to the campsite?
No, that's not what I want to do. I should be on this. Oh, I should be on this page when I do this every time. That way I can stop it like I'm doing right now.